What's up, guys? MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. And yeah, beta is over now. It's Monday and I'm crying. It's over. It was so good though. Like, the game looked even better this time, I felt. I mean, I've had the luxury of playing this game a few times now, but I think the visuals and graphics definitely improved for this beta, and toning down the effects actually made the game flashier. Shouldn't it be the opposite, right? More effects, the game is flashier? No. Looked better and crisper with less effects. Really love the game. Did record a video 2 days ago where I talked about Kazuya's nerfs, but I feel like I didn't do it quite enough justice. So this is not a video to cry or anything, but it's more to tell you that Kazuya is in a pretty bad place. And is probably one of the worst characters right now in Tekken 8. And yeah, I tried to do a breakdown on it, but it's just so much to it that I feel like I need to re-record. So the problem is the beta is down, so I can't show you in-game. So I'm going to show you a little bit of footage, and then I'm just going to explain to you what's happening. But one thing I actually did not mention in my initial breakdown, and something I thought of afterwards, and it's a really big deal, so this is something you have to include, actually, if you want to talk about Kazuya in this game. But you know how he's a lot about his Vortex, you know, forward 3 or Hell Sweep? You probably know the drill. In this game, the Vortex, you know how he's like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Well, in Tekken 8, there's a lot of sugar. Many pounds, like mountains of sugar, when it comes to Kazuya. Oh, dear Lord, is he gonna sugarcoat it? Let's look at this footage here. This is me playing against Arya in Japan. So incredible that this was actually playable. Netcode, I mean, everything is looking so good. Balancing, it's a little bit hit or miss, but I'm sure things are going to change for the retail version. Note here I'm doing Kazuya down 1+2, which is a really good low now. It's going to connect. Boom. Notice Arya's health bar here, Asusuna. It goes completely dark there. Right? This means this is true damage. So there's no recoverable health here. Now I'm about to hell sweep him. Bonk, bonk. You see that? There's 40% recoverable health. This is something I failed to pick up on quick enough. Hell sweep is actually treated like a launcher in this game. So recoverable health, true damage is for non-launchers, right? You can't recover. But this is how they nerf juggles. If you launch someone, you get a lot of recoverable health. Nice. You know, juggles, they shouldn't be as strong as they've been so far. But hell sweeps are seen as launchers. So why is this a monumental nerf to Kazuya? Well, hell sweep is a pretty important move for him. But just look at this. I've knocked him down. I don't get another mix-up. He gets up. He starts hitting me. Look at his health bar. It recovers even when I block stuff. But more importantly, if I do the classic, you know, I hell sweep him, he knocks down, and then Arya tech rolls, I hell sweep again, he blocks it. Now, not only am I going to take 100 damage, most likely if there's a wall, right? But the first hell sweep I hit him with will not have done 31 damage. Now it did 20 damage. Like, you have no idea how problematic this is for Kazuya. No idea. And also in a game where, you know, where sidesteps are massive, and a character that already had big issues with people stepping him to the left, it's even a bigger problem now. So now, this is me doing some Kazuya stuff in the background. Again, I'm so sorry, I don't have a beta, but I'm just gonna go through everything else that happened to this character. You probably remember that awful string that indeed needed toning down. They certainly toned it down. It's literally gone from 100 miles per hour to 0. It's now only a wall combo. It's useless in any other situation. So it's basically another new useless Kazuya string, like Rising Sun, back 3, 1 for free. It's a wall combo, basically. So now, only the 2 first hits that do 0 damage are natural, and the last hits will never ever combo, ever, even on counter hit. And it still remains launch punishable on block at -19. Nice. But, you know, it needed nerfing, but I'm not certain it needed to go completely. And here you see me show that sidestep 3 for some reason they nerfed it. It's no longer a launcher on normal hit. It needs counter hit. Same with Dambeck 2. Doesn't knock down on normal hit. So they removed his power mids. But I'm gonna get into all of it. So yeah, the string is not only nerfed, it's completely gone. Back to 1 is gone. They ruined his combos. In the network test, you could do some pretty cool combos. All of that is gone. His heat burst has no hitbox anymore. Every other character, like Brian, Paul, Claudio, etc., they enjoy really slick combos with heat burst. Kazuya's has, they, for some reason on him, removed the hitbox. It's tiny, so you can no longer do big combos or electric links with heat burst. It's completely gone. His downforward 1 hitbox was nerfed as well, so it's super clunky and inconsistent. So the staple they have in mind for you now, considering the Tekken 7 back to 1 is gone, what they have in mind for you now is electric, back to 2, downforward 1, downforward 2. This drops all the time. It's super inconsistent because the downforward 1 hitbox is so poor. So it actually feels awful playing Kazuya right now in the beta, because no longer do you have very uncreative combos. You have like one combo route, and even that route is inconsistent. You see that? This whiff just now? This. For that to whiff like that, you have to go back to something like Tekken 4. In any other game that will connect. So it's really weird what they did there. So combos are clunky, bad, and the damage is low. Dambeck 2 doesn't knock down on normal hit anymore. Absolutely insane nerf to the character who relies so much on power mids. So now your power mid is forward free, because they also removed down forward 1 2. So down forward 1 2 is his easy mode 15 frame punish, you know, in Tekken 7. Down forward 1 2 guarantees a steel pedal into Vortex, but also served as like a very scary mid to throw out that had 15 frame startup, second hit tracked a little bit. And you know, on block, if they blocked it, they recovered crouching at -13. Wasn't bad at all. Pretty decent risk reward, unless you were going up against Kazuya or Eddie, you could launch it. They just removed that. Absolutely removed it. So that's not good at all. Like, you don't have power mids. But also, when you make rage arts universally -15 with a huge block stagger, now all you can do with this guy is electric punish. And that's very hard to do at -15, especially with that enormous block stagger, and say there's even a tiny bit of lag. You'll see a lot of Kazuyas punish rage arts with back 1 too. I swear to God, you will see that a lot. They nerfed twin pistons. They insta-bound. Might not sound like a big deal, but this is a huge damage reduction. And it's also an enormous Oki reduction. Because now if you want to get any damage, you sacrifice all of your Oki. If you want Oki, you're going to sacrifice all of your damage. Whereas in Tekken 7, twin pistons allow you to bound in the combo, giving you great damage, great Oki. I'm not necessarily certain his twin pistons needed nerfing. They removed the short unblockable, which I think is fine. That was cheap, but oh well, it's gone. CD44, so that's the old low hell sweep. You know how this is gone and replaced with a low into a high. That's completely useless. Gives 2 more damage than the normal hell sweep, and does nothing else. It removes all of your Oki. It's not even good as combo filler. I have not found a single use for this hell sweep. And yeah, sidestep free, you saw that, it's no longer a launcher. Even though it has like 25, 27 plus frames of startup, as you have to sidestep into it. It just knocks down now. Who is ever going to use this attack? I have no clue. I don't even know why it needed nerfing. Forward free has been buffed and nerfed. It comes out 2 frames faster. It leads to a very strict electric combo with dash electric, just like it did in Tekken 7. A lot of people think that this is new for Tekken 8, but it's the same. But it has less pushback on block, and it's still -13. So it's more punishable now. They removed wall down forward 1-4, his old combo route. That was so good. You know, you throw them far away onto the wall, you run in very late. Down forward 1, low hit into 4, 1+2. That's gone. I don't know why they removed it. So his wall combos are weaker. And his wall travel is really bad. Like, I just need to get back to this. Inconsistent, clunky combos, low damage, and very bad wall travel. When you compare to most of the characters right now in Tekken 8, like, his wall travel is really bad. The free one cancel that they introduced with Tekken 8, they nerfed it. It's much slower and clunkier now and harder to pull off. Tombstone Crusher could launch if you spaced it very well and used it as keep out in network test. You could pick up with while standing 4 into combo. They nerfed recovery on Tombstone Crusher, so you no longer can get any combo in any circumstance. And yeah, Heat Burst was nerfed. We talked about that. And then his heat is very, very underwhelming. A lot of characters get crazy options when they're in heat. But when Kazuya turns into Devil Kazuya, what he threatens you with really is a bigger Hell Sweep. Hell Sweep, Heaven's Gate, or the Heat, what's it called? The Heat Smash. Now suddenly he has a -14 on block, Hell Sweep, that tracks to his weak side quite a bit and does 40 damage. But that's it, he still has no mids. And this is what I'm going to get back to a lot with Beta Kazuya. Beta male Kazuya, that's what it feels like compared to network test Kazuya. But still wasn't OP, although the string was overtuned, but it wasn't that dramatically strong, right? But compared to him, like, yeah, this is truly... They nailed it when they called this the beta. This is certainly beta Kazuya. Or HIV-infected Kazuya. Yeah, in Heat, he's very underwhelming. He doesn't have any mids. He gets stepped all day long. And here I explain that this cool mechanic they gave him, this Devil Stomp, kablam, there, it doesn't give you a 50-50. I love this intensely, and it's so funny because in his move list, the developers expressively write, if your opponent is crouching a lot, do Devil Stomp into Petricide Fist. Completely useless attack, by the way. You know, the move used to kill Heihachi, CD 1+2. It's so cool looking. Ugh, completely useless. Comes out at 24 frames, and that's not including the crouch dash input. So you're more looking at like 27 frames if you pull it off quickly. And it's so funny because it's like, oh, but it's a counter hit launcher, and it's safe on block at -6. Do you know what other attack Kazuya has? It's called forward free. It comes out faster, it launches on normal hit, and it's -3 on block. And it tracks to his strong side if they step right. Patricide Fist is completely linear, it tracks to no side. So I'm just sitting there like, what was the point of this attack? And then it's so funny in the move list because they're like, you know, as I said before, that if they love to crouch, do Devil Stomp into Petricide Fist to catch them ducking. But if they love to do a standing guard, do Devil Stomp into Hell Sweeps. And I was like, oh, they must mean that they force a mix-up here, right? But not only is the mix-up they're suggesting fuzzy guardable, but you have time to sidestep left. Unless they do the Hell Sweep, then you can't, right? But if you do Patricide Fist or anything else, you can sidewalk left. And it's still fuzzy guardable. So I'm just, because there's such a difference between a Hell Sweep and a Patricide Fist. And then you can sidewalk. So I'm like, I don't even understand the point of a Devil Stomp, because the crouch dash he does out of Devil Stomp at +11, you're not allowed to cancel it like a normal crouch dash. So we can't use while standing 2 forward free. You're stuck doing Thunder God Fist or Patricide Fist. Well, I thought it was to force 50-50, but I'm just sitting there like, yeah, Kazuya's heat mode is very, very underwhelming. And then I do want to say that there were some good things. You know, Fujinuraken was reinstated, sort of. It knocks down on counter hit now, which is great. But on a normal hit, it gives +8, which is nice. But Kazuya needs more frames. It needs it to be the way it once was, where it gives a Spinarune into +13 or +17. But don't get me wrong. Am I happy to have Fujinuraken back? Yes. Demon Paw. Yeah, we have a Demon Paw. I'd much rather have down back 2. Demon Paw knocks them down, or Heat Engager, right? But the old down back 2, it was so tailor-made for his playstyle. So it's a safer option to throw out than forward 3. You see most Kazuya players in Tekken 7, they don't mix Hell Sweep forward 3. It's Hell Sweep down back 2 all the time. Because down back 2 is safer, less commitment, faster, and knocks down for that steel pedal. And now you're in the perfect situation with Kazuya after that steel pedal. When they are on their stomach, head towards you. And you run in. Demon Paw is just a normal knockdown. It's awesome to have a Demon Paw, don't get me wrong. But it's not a substitute for down back 2 and down forward 1-2 being gone. It's just not. Patricide Fist, useless. Down 1+2 is a legit OP low now. They sped it up with 2. It remains the same, but it's 2 frames faster. So it comes out at 23 frames. So it's right on the cusp of being reactable. Some people can react to it, but it's very, very rare. It's going to be like 1 in 100 people you encounter. Something like that. And it's still a counter hit launcher that allows you to bound. It's broken. So in terms of lows, he's god tier now. Down back 4, it's still very steppable. But down 1+2, down back 4. Hell Sweep is honestly almost a weaker low. It's a weaker low than down 1+2, I would say. Absolutely. Especially with the recoverable health thing. Hell Sweeps, yeah, it's problematic. But all of that is obviously steppable. But that 1+2 still -14 on block. OP, I would say. The problem now is that you don't have any mids. Down for 3-1, you know about this. You can charge the last hit to make it safe and wall crush. If you don't charge it, it's -14. I love this about Tekken 8 Kazuya. And then back 1+2 whoop, is -8 on block now. It's safe. Backswing. Tiny backswing, by the way. But it's safe on block now at -8. And it's a Heat Engager. But it lost its counter hit utility. So it does nothing on counter hit. It used to be a counter hit launcher. So now it does nothing. But oh well, it's safe at -8. Still tiny backswing. And honestly, that is it for Tekken 8 Kazuya. That's what they did to him. I think he's weaker than Tekken 7 Kazuya. Tekken 7 Kazuya does way more damage, threatens you with much deadlier mix-ups. Due to Hell Sweep being weaker now. His electric is now very easy to step due to the bigger side steps. And I guess that's great. I think his electric shouldn't track to his weak side, but in a game with gigantic sidesteps and a character weak to sidesteps and Hell Sweep being crap and he has no power mids and you remove his strings and you give him fluff. 1-2-2 free fluff. Back 2-2 laser fluff. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Kazuya. I think he is very weak, which I think is okay. I'd rather be the underdog than an OP character, and I really mean that. I don't mind. But what really, really upsets me about Kazuya right now is that I really like combos. I think they're really fun. You removed all of his cool combo routes, all of his creativity, all of his expert combos, linking electrics, etc. You removed it all, and even the basic combos that are boring as hell are inconsistent due to lack of hitbox on down forward 1, down forward 2. So not only did you make him weak, that's okay. You made him unfun to play. And oh, I landed a Hell Sweep on you. Oh, you have 40% of that damage recoverable at any time during the round. It's like, dear Lord. Dear Lord. So right now, when I wanted to have fun in this, I got tired of Kazuya pretty quickly, even though he looks so great. Like, you have no idea how many times I would just stop and look at him and his glistening muscles. I mean, he looks so good. He looks like a $2 million. He really does. It's just that he's not fun to play. And I love this character, but he's not fun to play. So Brian and Paul to me are just the opposite. They're Tekken 7 levels of fun, but 3 times as much. They evolved in such a great way. Paul and Brian, they're busy playing Season 8, man. The thing with Kazuya is that they took him back to Season 1 of Tekken 7. That's what they did. But with less consistent combos. And perhaps even less damage. So yeah. Oh, and I just want to say that this is just me. That's the combo being gone, by the way, you can see there. And these are just my thoughts after this beta. I've talked to quite a few Kazuya players who agree. But, you know, if you have found something I've missed, do let me know. I could very well be wrong on some of these things, but I don't think I am right now, at least. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.